Okay everybody, so today I'm going to do an update, and as you can see we've got all of our plants over here which are doing well, but specifically looking at our lithops here. And so they have gone ahead and split. They've come back, as you can see, definitely smaller than before. And I think based on the timeline they probably should have already have these leaves all shriveled up, but they are not. But the base is really quite sturdy. So what I did, and I'm going to pull this guy out here so I can show you. So what I did, if we can get some good light here, is Cosmo, go away. Is go in and I have cut the leaves down there, so you can see it much better on this guy here. So I actually went in and cut the leaves with some shears that I got in that kit that I did on that first video, and they cut really nicely. It does make me a little bit nervous just because, you know, you're leaving an open wound, but my hope is that these guys are dying and they're going to go ahead and shrivel down. This one was the one that got a little bit etiolated, and so it's still a little bit taller than they should be, and I think that's from that they probably don't get as much light as they should. But these are those, and so we're gonna go over here and check out these guys right here. And so they're pretty darn small, if you can find them. So there's some there, over there, and there, and there. So I have lost some of them. They actually have gone through a regeneration and had their new leaves. You can see some of them still have the old shriveled leaves on them. I've gone ahead and I actually watered these guys today, even though they're not that shriveled. And the reason for that is that I wanted to try and get the new leaves to go ahead and bust open some more so that they'll break down all of these the little capsules that are on there. And then here are these guys. So as you can see, they are also in the process of shriveling those leaves up and getting rid of them. And then I've got this guy here. We'll pull him out a little bit. And so these are probably the worst of them. So there's one little guy here, 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 and here. And one guy right there. These guys had a harder time, and I don't know if they just haven't gotten as much light as they should have. I will say that I did break the rule in that some of these guys were actually, and I wish I'd videoed that, but they were starting to shrivel down and grow their new leaves, and the old leaves were coming out. But then I noticed that the new leaves started to get shriveled, and so I was just watching them because I thought, oh, I'm not supposed to water them because they still have their old leaves intact, and the new leaves continue to get more shriveled, and I ended up watering them and they got super happy again and have continued on. So, you know, that's just something that I am working on. So it's just kind of part of the learning process and trying things with these guys. It's pretty cool that I've had this many survive. I didn't actually count them before I started videoing, but you know, these are the ones that I started from seed, and the fact that they're still alive and they have grown some new leaves is pretty exciting. I also have some new lithops that I just found yesterday at the hardware store. As you can tell, well, one lithops and then some split rocks. They are in some pretty crummy shape. So this guy is so overwatered. I know I bought him with the thought that he's probably not going to make it, but I thought I would give it a try. So he's super etiolated, however you say that, and overwatered. You can tell because when you look at his tops, they're just like super little mounded little butt cheeks, aren't they? Super mounded butt cheeks. So I don't know, you know, the hope there may be that if he even survives at all, to split. So I'm going to take these guys out of their regular soil, put them into probably straight pumice, and train them out. This guy's pretty cool, and he actually looks pretty decent compared to the other one. So he is, this is what he's called, and at first I thought it was a baby toe, but it is not baby toes. They look a little bit different than the baby toes do. There we go, there's some light. So he actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to be interested to see what his roots look like when I wash them and take them out. And then we've got this split rock, which again, super overwatered. He split, but this is like so huge. So I don't know if any of these, this one is probably the best looking out of all of them, at least from the top. You know, his sides are pretty shriveled. It looks like they all had a flower, which is probably what the stores want, because then it makes them look prettier to people who don't know what they're buying. They're like, oh, what a pretty flowered plant, instead of going, oh my god. This is probably the worst split rock. So he may actually be molded. This is super soft and squishy. It's just, yeah, he's pretty bad. But, you know, it was the first ones I saw, so I thought I would try them out and see what they do. So, again, these are my little seedlings, and they're doing pretty good. Just giving you an update. And then back over here, these guys, a little bit etiolated, smaller with their new leaves than they were from the beginning, but hopefully that's okay, and they'll keep going, and hopefully it's not a move towards them dying. And we'll see how cutting the leaves off does for them. Hopefully that's gonna help them save them. So that's all of the updates for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and sorry for the delay in getting updates done. Thanks. Bye, guys.